Roll to more media, man. Hit the like, comment, subscribe button. Hey, yo, we gotta get to the bottom of this. I saw a video circulating about Sue Surf. So, we got Top in the building. So we're about to break it down, listen to what's going on, and see what's going on. Top, what's good? What's
Yeah,
good?
yeah, man. Roll to a mill media. You feel me? You now tuning in. You heard what the man of the hour just said. You feel me? So we getting into it right now. You feel me? Before we get into it, uh, quick plug. Um, Shout out to everybody. You feel me? Shout out to all artists out there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. We getting into this Sue Surf. Quick plug real quick for ourselves. Go check out the iTunes page on IG. Also, merch is on the way. Some more merch is on the way. Cuz gonna let y'all know the details on that. And more music on the way, man. More music on the way. Y'all already know. Go check out the YouTube channels, Flow the Rapper topic. You feel me? Go check out all the music. You feel me? Project Katana. You feel me? That's in the works. And many more, man. Y'all about to get that views from the bricks too. And some more shit. Yeah. Road to a mill media, man. Let's get it popping on this Sue Surf things. This is something that's people been saying. Um, People in the rap bat, especially in that surrounding the area and surrounding the rap battle community and stuff. This is something that this is, you know how they say you keep poking the bear with the stick. This is basically one of them where Sue Surf name and paperwork all for not just now, you feel me, but even so today, some more alleged information, because when they were saying this about Sue Surf from before, it's all alleged, no one have proof, just like now. So this is the paperwork where they say names of who they say that could be informants for the feds, and Sue
Yeah,
Surf
so
name.
basically, hold on. This basically in this one, they basically showing the play agreements, what he said. So basically, this we focusing on the on Surf part in this, right? Because if they saying that Big U did it, told and all that stuff. He's saying
All
that
alleged.
Sue Surf the show. They say all alleged. They saying that Sue Surf in this video right here, we about to see and read. They said this is him saying that. When you hear it, cuz I'm gonna pause it. We gonna break it down. So I'm about to get into the video actually right now, and let's get it.
You will see that on that list of names is a young man by the name of Amir Edmonds, aka G Baby. The reason I'm highlighting Amir Edmonds, aka G Baby, is because prior to the superseding indictment, which included everyone, he was indicted by himself in December of 2020. In an affidavit accompanying that indictment,
Solar sucks. That's what most people think when they hear about solar in Las Vegas. And they're right.
Shout out to Vegas.
a federal DEA agent swore to the following facts as probable cause. I, Jamar Neal, am a task force officer with the Drug Enforcement Administration, and I am fully familiar with the facts set forth herein based on my own investigation and my conversations with other agents and members of law enforcement and my review of their reports of items of evidence. Where statements of others are related herein, they are related in substance and in part. Where I assert that an event took place on a particular date, I am asserting that it took place on or about the alleged date. Since this complaint is being submitted for a limited purpose,
All right, so right here, what Byron Break is reading right here. This is the task force officer. This is the attachment. We're gonna keep it going. He about to read the whole thing. So He's about to break down what happened, in 2020. Shout out to South Orange Avenue, keep it going.
Mm-hmm.
January 7th, 2020, law enforcement on patrol in the vicinity of South Orange Avenue and Salem Street in Newark, New Jersey, observed a woman standing near the front passenger side door of a silver Toyota. The door to the Toyota was open, and the woman was holding what appeared to be money in her hand. When the officers drove past the Toyota, the occupant of the front passenger seat, later identified as Amir Edmonds, was startled. The officers then parked, exited their vehicle, and walked towards the Toyota. As they did so, Edmonds made sudden movements with his arms. Based on their training and experience, the officers believed that the woman may have been attempting to purchase controlled substances. When the officers reached the
Oh yeah, so he about to get into it. I ain't listened to it. I ain't listened to it yet, but he's about to get into it.
And one thing I want to say
So,
before we finish breaking it down too to y'all. One thing I want to say is too, y'all gotta remember. I'm saying y'all. I'm not saying the two. This the. Well, I would say y'all, but I'm speaking in a general aspect. Um, no matter what state you in, y'all gotta remember that these police and these feds, they're not your friends. So when niggas is sitting in the office, excuse my language, when people is sitting in these offices and in these interrogation rooms giving out information, thinking that, oh, you're gonna be discreet, oh, your name is not gonna pop up in the affidavit, and you think you're safe. Now, don't get me wrong. Now, don't get me wrong, people. You do have people that are informants, and you don't know. You understand me? Depending on what type of deal, what type of plea deal they may agree to take. But nevertheless, whether the person knows your name that you did it or not, it is still a form of informing. It's still a form of snitching. It's still a form of giving out information. So when y'all there sitting in these interrogation rooms, you need to remember that they're not your friends. Or when you get pulled over, or you know what I'm saying, God forbid, any one of the viewers or artists out there that are listening, when you get pulled over,
word,
you
bro.
need to have some type of, even if you don't know all the laws, you need to, that's why people, we need to educate yourself, all of us need to educate ourselves on the law. You feel me? Because it is definitely, or know how to play the game. Even if you don't know it, you ain't got to sound like you this educated lawyer. You do not. Don't get me wrong. Do not get this misconstrued. I am not saying, oh, you got to be a bookworm to know the law. No, you don't. But you need to know these laws because it is for your safety, and it is for them to take a stop and a pause and even do their job correctly. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times
Hold on,
when,
hold on, hold on, cuz, hold on. Let me
yeah,
get back. Let me finish. Get back to the video.
yeah,
Toyota, they found a clear sandwich bag containing approximately 40 glassine envelopes of what laboratory testing later confirmed to be fentanyl, and approximately 8 small bags of what laboratory testing later confirmed to be cocaine on the passenger side floorboard. The officers ordered Edmonds to exit the Toyota. As he did so, he unclipped a black fanny pack that had been wrapped around his waistband. Inside the fanny pack was a black Smith& Wesson 9mm handgun with serial number HTP4186. The firearm was loaded with 1 bullet in the chamber and 7 bullets in the magazine. Officers also recovered approximately $41 and a cellular phone from Edmonds. The investigation has shown that the firearm is capable of and designed to expel a projectile. The reason
Yep. So, About to get, we're gonna get into it. Getting into it. We're gonna get into the whole, like, all the details and stuff. Um, quick commercial. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, go to more media. Got Top in the building. We gonna go on this Sue Surf. Um, you know, paperwork. That drop, and we gonna see what's what. All right, we back, man.
Particular topic and introduce this information to you all in this fashion is because it establishes that this whole big U thing is just a rumor. Let me tell you what happened. And this is just common sense. Anybody who's actually been in any kind of trouble can attest to this. As y'all just saw, G Baby was arrested, probably caught in the middle of a hand to hand drug transaction. When he was arrested, they got his cell phone. Naturally, if a person is arrested in possession of a firearm and drugs, that's a Fed case in it.
That's a fact. That's a felony. That's like if you license to carry, you get caught with some weed on you or controlled substance, it's automatically a felony. It turns from legal to illegal real quick.
Itself. But if you are taken into custody and they believe you are selling drugs, then naturally they are going to believe that you are using your phone as a means of communication with clientele or connections. So they're going to get the phone and then they're going to file search warrants for the information that is in the phone. And that's how this indictment was started. They just got a search warrant for the information that was in the phone. And while they were in the phone, they discovered that these guys are, basically discussing all of their business, gang business, and other business over social media.
Pause it right there. Pause it right there. I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna let Top go. I've been saying this for so many years, and I've been saying this, man. Everybody, please stop talking illegal things over the social media. Like, it's not safe. They can save your data. They can download it, send it to the feds. You don't want that. Like, back then, back then, they these guys wasn't using phones. It was word of mouth. Everybody was outside. Everybody was outside. Nowadays, people be so lazy. They will text you, be like, "Yo, let me get such and such a fentanyl in a text message." Like, bro, let me
Yeah,
get something of coke in a text message. They don't want to be outside. Instead of like, "Yo, meet me outside." Niggas be in the text telling you everything they want, everything they need, not how you want
yeah,
to bring it to them, type of shit. They tell you the whole thing in the message. They not really be smart. So when they be going through these text messages, these social media pages and all this, and then going through the information
and
and
song.
searching in the keywords and all that stuff, they're gonna find that he's been talking to 7 other people. They get their name, they get their social media, then get their real names and put them in a RICO. That he
Yeah,
just they just basically got caught at the corner. They had got caught. Dudes had some female had some money in her hand. Fentanyl was found. A gun was found with one in the chamber, 7 bullets, and they got the phones, look at the phones, and then turned it into a freaking Rico. That's basically what he just said. Just like that. Just like that. Wrap up. Just like that. And then all of them was in the dude phone. Remember, he said
and
they caught them on South Orange. Shout out to South Orange. They caught them on South Orange and Saline.
big up Newark. Shout out to
Jersey.
Newark, Jersey.
Jersey.
You feel me? This is the heart of Jersey, y'all. In case y'all don't know, this is where we're from. You feel me? Also, so this is not just like some outsiders that's speaking. Maybe the man that's reading the information on the video that we breaking down may be him, but for the most part, you know what I'm saying? You're on live with two Jersey natives, and we can tell you how it go. We're from here. We live here. We're from here. We born and raised. You know what I'm saying? But I say that to say this. Back is he's right, y'all. Flo is right, man. And there's so many examples that we could give as to why It is not okay for anyone that's doing any illegal transaction to be talking on the phone or to be selling on social media. You understand me? Because I also remember that a little bit before the weed got legal, people was trapping on Instagram. I don't see it no more now. You understand me? Unless it's in an official cannabis business. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's up and coming or it's already known. But prior to before then, along with the legitimate and legit cannabis companies, it was a lot of illegal selling of the herb online. And the feds are always watching. So as I'm seeing this and seeing this and seeing this, people even talking in the DMs how many ounces of weed they want, how many ounce of this they want, how many ounce of that they want. And I'm just like, yo, this is this is so much proof that if the feds wanted it, I mean, yes, it's weed, so it's harmless, but at the same time, it's the principle of it. Why are you online trapping? You know what I'm saying? Why are you online trying to sell a for more?
And this
You
is
know
what
what I'm
caught him up too. This is what caught him up. Dude had the
saying?
he had a weapon and the drugs and the female with the money and the phones. Just like that
Okay.
can get you a Rico. See, this is what you gotta understand. You know, you gotta be careful with you have these phones linked, you know. The
You
phones is
see?
what get them tied up. If he ain't had no phone and it was just them on there and no phones, they just had the gun and the drugs and all that stuff, it would never been no Rico because now they
No,
got the
I can't.
phone, they tied up.
No,
Hold on, let me
I
finish.
mean,
Finish.
yeah.
Let me finish. Why I say that? If they would have never got a Rico without the phone. Why? Because all these guys that's right here, they were in the phone. Them dudes was right there next to him when they got caught. If you go back to it again, if I even go back and it show you, they was on the corner. The dude was on the corner of South Orange, right? And the cops was driving past and they saw the girl with the money. And the dude out there, he had a weapon and he had they had the fentanyl. Remember they just said that. And then the phone, when they went through when they went through everything, they went through the phone. That's how they got all the text messages and social media to make the superseding indictment.
And the gun itself, also the gun. Let me want to touch upon the gun and the drugs though. Not yes, the phone is important, cause them find the phone. But the drugs and the gun. You understand me? If them never did have any drugs upon them, it would have never also turned in a one RICO charge too. Because of the gun another problem, who knows? The gun probably was already registered and legal for him to have. But just because he had, again, like we said earlier, just because the simple fact that he had an illegal substance and with the intent to sell. And not only that, the cop, it's not like as if they did it and the cop didn't ride past. The cop ride past and already had his suspicions from when he saw the girl. This is before the cop even know that the man have a phone on him and had bag of fentanyl and $41 and all these things. You see,
Yeah,
if them
yeah.
never did, so you understand me? It's not only so
Yeah.
till it's not so only so till the cop said make him take a stop and do a search as to when him suspicion became right. You understand me? Because if he would have pulled him over and it was only the gun the man had, it probably wouldn't even have been so bad. But the phone plus illegal substance, that's what turned it into a RICO. And then now they counting how many bullets in the gun. I bet you prior to before then, if you didn't have the drugs on you, my guy, they wouldn't even care about one being in the chamber and seven bullets being in the seven bullets being in the clip. You know what I'm saying? They probably wouldn't even be worried about the gun, but the gun become an added accessory to the drugs, which made this RICO. If the cops, if them going at the car and just see gun, it wasn't so bad. But them find everything what they was hoping to find to lock somebody up to say, yeah, we got an arrest today, yes, we got a job done today. You understand me? So a lot of times too, I gotta be smart, because the more lazy you get, because it's levels to this. I'm just letting y'all know it's levels to this. So the more you become lazy in the life that you choosing and the shit that you doing, you understand me? What you expect that's going to happen? I feel like as when these touch phones started coming out, that's when a lot of people that was putting in work became lazy. That's how I feel. You understand me? When you
And
found
this
out you could, when you found out you could just touch a button and you could go get your food without actually having to go get your food, I think that's when the game started becoming lax and lazy and people start getting caught easy. You understand? And people
this is
talking on the phone.
this and this is what let's get into the superseding indictment, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what happened next, man. Roll to 1 minute. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe. You know, let's get it.
A quick look at the indictment will show that aside from count one, the racketeering count, the only thing that Surf is charged with in relation to this indictment is possession of a firearm by a felon. That charge stems from July of 2019. A quick look at the other documents in this case will show that this stems from July 24th, 2019, when Cox, aka Sue Surf, along with another member, was arrested for unlawful possession of 2 loaded firearms. The arrest stemmed from a stop of a car being driven by Cox's female associate, individual
That's
one, who
crazy.
had committed multiple traffic infractions. Law enforcement lawfully recovered a loaded 9mm firearm and a loaded 40 caliber firearm as described in count 3 of the superseding indictment from the glove box of the car. All 3 people were arrested. The charges against Cox were eventually dismissed, and individual one took responsibility for the loaded firearms. However,
See?
So the
You see
female
what
took
I'm
the charge.
saying?
So the female took the charge on that. Um, they got in like, remember I was saying like a scenario, all you get caught in the car, they get arrested. The female took the charge, so that's why he got dismissed. That one.
See?
What you about to say, guys?
No, no, no. I'm just saying, like, you see what man I said? To the point where they saying this man last name. They That's crazy to me. Y'all, that's all I'm saying. Like, that's crazy how when you in the
the instant
system,
investigation revealed that
like,
those loaded
it's
firearms
crazy. That's crazy
Yeah,
how
that shit
when
crazy as
you
hell.
when you in the system a certain way and they could yell out your name, they could yell out your first name and last name, or even say your first name, middle name, and last name while they talking about it. That's crazy. They shouldn't even have nothing like that. Like, it's, man, it is what it is, man. It's crazy. They just said this man last name.
All right. So let's get into the after what happened. The female took the charge, you know.
dismissed, and individual one took responsibility for the loaded firearms. However, the instant investigation revealed that those loaded firearms were Cox's. Cox admitted the weapons belonged to him during a conversation that took place via Instagram. And so after Sue Surf
Gosh.
beat this case, he got out and he was talking to the guys on Instagram and basically saying, man, look, they got my straps, they got my 9, they got my 40. And when the police got the search warrants based off of the information that they found in G Baby's phone, then they went back and they saw this and they said, damn, these really were his guns. Now, he could be charged with these guns again in the state of New Jersey. That would have been
Mm-hmm.
double jeopardy. So they
Mm-hmm.
charged him on a federal level.
Mm-hmm. And let me tell y'all something too, man. The only reason why they looking into the guns like that again is because of the state that we're from. You understand me? It's the state that we're from. Let me just, in case y'all don't know this, guys, let me tell you something about a little bit about the laws of Jersey, real quick. There is no self-defense law in the state where we're from. So the police is literally banking on you being in danger and you're calling them. Now, let me tell you about the police and their action. They not gonna get there until what's done is done. So that's why I love where I'm from, y'all, but I don't like where I'm from, because there is no self-defense law. There is no I forgot a stand your this is not a stand your ground state. So even with his names being registered and all of those guns is his, they gonna look at it because there's no self-defense law in this state, which sucks. Because in the times that we living in, you need laws like that. That's all I'm saying. You need laws like that. You understand? But again, it wouldn't have been so bad if there was an illegal substance. But the girl took the charge, so you know what I'm saying? He say that they got all his straps now. So let's continue. Let's see where this goes. Continue. It's just crazy. The laws itself, y'all, is crazy.
Y'all see the message right here.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Somebody say, wait, Surf, your whole ass out? Surf say, my whole ass is out. During the Instagram group chat, Cox touted skill of his lawyer explaining, I've never told on a soul. My baby can drop dead right now. The man is a fucking shark. So Surf was bragging about his lawyer getting him out of this case, but in reality, somebody else actually took the charges, which don't require much use of a lawyer if somebody else is confessing. But in any case, Surf is bragging about actually being in possession of these guns. And this is what got him charged. It was not because G Baby told on him or Big U told on him. It's because while they were doing searches and investigation, they
He
found
told me.
out that he confessed to some weapons that he had previously been charged with. Like I said, they can't give you another state charge that's double jeopardy. So they gave you a federal charge. With regards to the actual count of racketeering, if you look at the list of overt acts, there are probably 50 overt acts, maybe more, mentioned 80 probably, and only 5 of those actually pertain to Sue Surf. One of those overt acts is an aggravated assault, which involves Sue Surf and another person allegedly shooting at somebody. And these events were said to have occurred in March of 2017. Now, Surf was actually already charged and convicted of this offense, and he was sentenced to probation. If I'm not mistaken, this case took less than a year to resolve. And to my knowledge and understanding, the
But
only
duh.
reason this is coming back up in this indictment is because Surf is being accused of being a gang member starting around 2015. And they are saying basically every crime that you committed while you were quote unquote a gang member, or at least on the count, as far as they know by the books, that every crime that you committed was in furtherance of the gang. So this tells me 2 things. One, it tells me that nobody told on Surf. If somebody told on Surf, he would be charged with new offenses. He's charged with crimes that he already committed and been charged with and convicted for on a state level. So it's basically like the
Times
feds
7.
found out
Okay.
that this was some gang activity and they wanted to include Surf in this indictment. They didn't want to let Surf get away because he had already been charged with these offenses. So they took the offenses up a notch and charged him on a federal level. That way, he is also included in this racketeering indictment. If they had an informant or somebody who was snitching on these guys, he would be charged with some offenses that occurred in 2020, 2021, 2022, even, just like the rest of these guys who are facing charges as a result of this indictment. Second, this tells me that the feds were using Surf in this situation.
Mm.
Surf is only accused.
You want to say something?
Nah, I'm agreeing. I'm not agreeing. I'm taking in the information. You know what I'm saying? I'm listening, and I'm listening to certain details as he's talking about this thing. Because again, a lot of niggas Surf did what a lot of niggas make a mistake and do. As so far as one part goes, Surf snitched on himself. You feel me? That's why they said, oh, this and that is because he confessed. He didn't sit in the room and confess, y'all. He basically went online while the case was still going, and this is why they found out about the guns. But this is not Surf snitching on someone. This is Surf putting further charges on himself, even though someone took the charge. You know what I'm saying? At
Yeah,
least
for
that's
one
what
of
I,
them.
yeah, one of them.
But that was old, yeah. But yeah. We gonna keep it going though because we gonna get into this his plea agreement too. His plea agreement is in here too. So we're gonna see his
Mhm.
plea agreement and all that. So I'm waiting for him to get through this part. Some of this I ain't know because I ain't really look into it yet. So I'm just looking at it now. So it's like, okay, I'm looking at him, see what's going on. Um, I look at the time, even the years and stuff, like the times and stuff.
Yeah,
But let's keep it going though, man.
2015,
Make sure you
2017.
hit 2017. Yeah. Make sure you hit that like button, share this video out. We about to get into the rest of the video. Head over to Bob and Blake, to watch the full.
Accused of possessing a firearm and doing a shooting that he already pled guilty to. And I got to note that nobody was hit in that shooting. They just shot at somebody. So he's already got probation for this, and then come back and recharge him. And based on what I know about the system, this was done so that the feds could leverage Surf possibly going to jail for life just on the racketeering count.
But that's crazy. Oh man. Huh. Whew. Man. Babylon. Babylon is something else. Mm-mm-mm.
If we get you with these other charges and say that they were gang related activity, then that gives us the opportunity to give you a racketeering charge. Now we can hang the threat of this racketeering charge over your head to get you to confess to all of the other stuff that this RICO is about. That's just my take on it. But I'm not going to dive all into that one. Right now, I just wanted to lay out the foundation to y'all for how this RICO was started and let y'all know Big U did not snitch on Sue Surf. Big U didn't have nothing to do with Sue Surf and his guys getting indicted. One of their homies got caught in the middle of a drug sale. They confiscated a phone from him. They seized his phone. They got a search warrant for the phone. And in that phone, they found messages and information dating back to at least 2015, showing that these guys were engaged in conversations that showed that they were gang banging and committing crimes. They was talking about this stuff on Instagram and social media, So contrary to what that dude that's on the
Oh,
internet running his mouth about everybody is saying, that's
yeah.
not what happened. And battle rap got to start
That's
filtering some of
crazy.
these guys out. I know y'all
Yep.
be
Yep.
eager to get the content and put it on the internet and spread the story, whether it's true or not. Y'all just running the news. That's what y'all call it, news. But not
That's
all
not.
news is news. Y'all got to learn how to decipher stuff. And this is
Yep.
why I say battle rap shouldn't even be covering paperwork, because if nobody had the
Thank you.
sense to be able to look at this paperwork and actually break it down in what, this been 3 years now that they've been indicted, and
Thank
this
you, brother.
narrative is still running. If nobody had the sense to look at this paperwork and break it down and actually see, hey, this dude didn't tell on them,
All right.
nobody should even be talking about it.
Thank you.
Because you still got people right now to this day commenting and saying that Sue Surf was snitched on by Big U. That's still very much something that you can find in the comment section of nearly any video that covers this topic. Y'all got to beware of these guys that just post everything that somebody says on the internet. Just because
Mhm.
somebody says something and they mention the name of somebody that people may be interested in doesn't mean that it's news and that you should post it. If I get on here right now and say Sue Surf got stabbed, that don't mean post that. Just because I'm somebody who could probably get you a couple views off saying that, that don't mean
Mhm.
just take that and run with it. Do your investigation first. A lot of guys neglect doing their own due diligence because they look to point the finger. They'll
Yep.
report misinformation and then say, oh, well, I'm not the one that said it. He said it. But you just as liable for the misinformation if you spread it. Just putting that out.
Yeah, all right. I'm
So,
glad you paused it right there, cause I want to speak on that right there. I agree, and this is why any information that Road to a Mill Media get, that you know what I'm saying, that Cuz get, everything is not on some, yeah, they did it. No, none of it. Any information that we get or Cuz get is all alleged. We ain't sitting on here talk about some, oh yeah, that nigga snitched, or yeah, he snitched, that person he talked, that person talked. No. And a lot of people and especially these people that giving out false information saying that it's news. Again, just like what he said, we got to be able, as viewers, as content creators out there, and as viewers, you have to be able to decipher the difference and put out the right information, man. Because if this was the streets, somebody could approach you about that, really, really and truly, and they gonna want to know how it go. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, why you got my man's name out here on some false ish? Or why you got, if it's not my man's, why you got my name out here on some false stuff? You know what I'm saying? Like, why you got my name in your mouth, and why you got my name in your mouth like that? You know what I'm saying? And if it doesn't come to that, you still end up looking like the clown at the end of the day, whether it's a male or female content creator, because you're giving out false information. You're trying to make a bad guy out of something where there's no bad guy. I know that we might have information. You might know some information on Big U, or you might know some information on Whack 100. We might have seen them act out before on social media. That doesn't mean that it gives you the right to be calling them what you calling them because of what you seen or what you may heard on word of mouth. No. You know what I'm saying? And as far as the battle rap goes, this is something that me and you was just talking about earlier, cuz battle rap needs to go back to lyrics. How dope you are on the mic, not paperwork. When since people sponsored by Smack or any of these leagues started making it a cool, or making it an mandatory thing where you're talking about people paperwork now and exposing and all this stuff? That's not battle rap. That's drama. That's drama. But hey, to each his own. To each his own. You know. Hey, I can't tell you what to put out. Y'all want to put out that stuff? You put out that stuff. All we're saying is, if you're gonna put out information, make sure you have your information right. You know what I'm saying? Because that's like us going on now, and you see the picture of those three men right there, right now. That's like us going on there and saying all three of them men they are informant when we don't have no clue, no information or nothing. No, that's not how that thing work. You know what I'm saying? You want to make a bad guy out of something, and really and truly is false. It's false. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't know. I know I don't roll like that. And I know cuz don't roll like that. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. Like, you can't just be out here just throwing stuff in the air and throwing people name under the bus, and you don't know what's going on. This is why we do what we do. This is why we bring y'all the content that we bring y'all. So if you want to decipher for yourself, then you go further on your own after this and do your due diligence and look up the information. But don't take it for no word of mouth or saying, oh, well, I went on here and they said such and such and this. No, man. Because it's bad enough that other YouTube channels are doing that. You know what I'm saying? Like, for perfect example, when the Diddy case had hit, yes, everybody see the proof and know what he did and know that he wrong. But there were a lot of people, when I would scroll on YouTube, whether it be live or just seeing people going live on their podcast talking about this case and the extra stuff that they would put in, and putting theyself in the scenario, like as if you knew the guy. You know what I'm saying? Like as if you knew this person. You know what I'm saying? Or it's like as if you were in the same circle that they are in. Or as if you feel like, say, you got extra information when the information you getting is from TMZ and all these other places. So basically, you got the same information that everybody else got. It's just that you trying to put extra stuff on it that don't need to be put on there. Stuff like that. It's crazy. Don't be throwing people name. I mean, at the end of the day, people gonna do what they want to do, but it's crazy. It's crazy when somebody, as soon as somebody start finding information or somebody feel, oh, paperwork, it's snitching, when you don't even know what happened. It's alleged, y'all. It's alleged. You understand me? If you not, it's just why. And again, not to bring it to the street aspect, but if it came down to the street aspect, you would have had to shoot the fade, man. You know what I'm saying? You would have had to shoot the fade or something. Something or some like something. Because yeah, the person is gonna ask you. They're gonna ask you if they really pay attention and somebody come back. Cause you know people come back and tell people things too. You never know who knows who. You understand me? Oh, yo, I heard such and such had your name on the media. Wow, bro. Oh, word. Now it's either up to the person to fan it off and be like, yeah, they just clout chasing, or really look into it. Next thing you know, people are look for your IP address and them thing that because you have them near Motor Road looking crazy. You can't step on somebody too and not expect them to say, you know the word excuse me or ow. You just can't do that. Cause them are gonna look by you and say, yo, do you know the word excuse me? Or if you ain't said, oh my bad, I'm sorry, or look at you like, did he just step on my foot? And you step on my toe hard too. Like I feel the ball of your foot just step on my toe through the shoes, and you ain't saying excuse me or my bad. You can't do that. You can't do that. Don't go, you know what I'm saying? Because I look at it as another form of looking for trouble when they don't need to be. You can't, they not have people near out on the road. Crazy. Especially when you don't know them or know of them. It's worse if you know of them and you talking like you know them. So I'm not even gonna say that. That's just as worse. You know what I'm saying? That's why you have people that can go out a road and be good, and you have people that can go out the road and think they're good till somebody approach your behind and want to know how it go. Yeah. That's just my opinion though. That's just my take on it,
Mm-hmm.
guys. You know?
So I got Road to Million, man. Make sure I share this video out. I want to play this last part real quick, and then we're gonna end it right here. So this is the part I was looking for. Brian Blake broke it down. Papa Boy Williams is breaking it down. Um, let's see what Surf. What was his plea? And let's see like what was said. Yo, let's get it.
On April 27th, 2023, Sue Surf will enter his guilty plea. While determining the factual basis for his plea, the proceedings will go as follows. The court. Now, going back into the body of the agreement, I will direct the question to you, Mr. Whipple. And specifically, I am referring to page 5 as to whether there are any immigration consequences that would befall Mr. Cox in accepting his plea of guilty in this matter, specifically as it relates to his status in this country. Mr. Whipple, Your Honor, Mr. Cox is a United States citizen born in Essex County, New Jersey, so it's not applicable to him. The court. Thank you, Mr. Whipple. At this level, acknowledgments are required from cases, and once again, your verbal acknowledgments are required from at least in or around 2015 through on or about September 22nd, 2022. Were you a member and associate of the Rolling 60s Neighborhood Crips gang, known as the Rolling 60's or the Enterprise? Defendant, yes, ma'am. The court.
Hey yo, Pipe Boy funny as hell. Nah, he had to say that, man. Come on. They already know, the whole world already knows that already. So it was like, if you say no, then he'll be lying. So he had to say he was a part of the Rolling 60s. Everybody knows, it's tagged on him. He's been saying it, throwing it up for mad long. So everyone knows that he's rolling, you know? Like, come on. And if you're from Jersey, you know the Rolling 60 area, nigga, like, come on, man. Like, we not about to play games. The outsider don't really know nothing. But nigga, he had to say that shit. If he had said no, like, come on. Come on, man. We gotta be real with ourselves. We're gonna keep it going though. We're gonna keep it going.
Did the Rolling 60s operate in the District of New Jersey? The defendant. Yes, ma'am.
Oh my!
Yo. But see, this is funny as hell. I like the content though. But yes, nigga, like they already know the Rolling 60s there. We got Rolling 60, we got Paru, we got everybody there. You know, we even got Latin Kings now over there, like in Jersey. Like, come on, man. We got all them niggas out there, man. But like, if he said no, he'd have been lying. They'd have been, oh, you capping. Like, come on.
God, bro, no!
Rules, traditions, and protocols you followed as a member and associate.
Oh, let me go back a little.
Enterprise have rules, traditions.
Let's get back.
The court. Did the enterprise have rules, traditions, and protocols that you followed as a member and associate? The defendant. Yes, ma'am. The court. During the time that you were a member of the enterprise, did you knowingly conspire, that is, agree with other members and associates of the enterprise to commit at least 2 criminal acts in furtherance of the enterprise?
Surf, you better not say nothing!
Yo.
Lord! We're gonna have to add him to this intro, y'all. God. Let's let him read that again.
Oh man, let me know, man. Let me know, like, what's going on right there. Let me know what's going on. I want all the people that like been in this, like everyone that been in a RICO case, that like that beat their RICO or got their RICO dismissed, or they actually did time and came out. That's the people we need to know, like, what's going on here, like, what is this? You feel me? Because respectfully, if dudes ain't getting caught up in RICO and doing and knowing they law and all that shit, like we kind of consider outsiders. Like, if you ain't getting no good crazy time, felonies, all that shit, we kind of outsiders when it comes to shit like this. Yes, we can read and use our brain, but like at the end of the day, like, you feel me? I want to go back, right? I'm gonna go back a little bit. Hold on.
Commit at least 2 criminal agree with other members and
the court asked them. They was like, "Were you in fact an organizer, leader, manager, supervisor within the enterprise?" Mr. Cox said yes. And this is what I'm gonna say too. I want to say this. How we know that in the text messages when they recover all the evidence that it wasn't said in them text messages that he was like a leader, organizer, or supervisor in the gang. They already have all that stuff. I'm 99% sure that they got all that stuff. Everything they asked him, they already got all the evidence already. So he just, pleading out. Now, Before I ask that question, let me keep the video going.
And associates of the enterprise to commit at least 2 criminal acts in furtherance of the enterprise.
Surf, you better not say nothing.
Yo, better ass.
Lord. We gonna have to add him to this intro, y'all. God. Let's let him read that again.
Were a member of with the members and associates of the enterprise to commit. Yes.
Man, listen, yo. Hold on, let's get that real quick.
God, man. He telling y'all. He telling, bro. Like, he telling, gang.
The court.
Yeah. I need somebody to argue with this. Is this telling? Is this really telling right here? Were you in fact an organizer, leader, manager, supervisor within the enterprise? Mr. Cox said yes. Bro, they already know that already. So how is it telling if they already know? And they already got the evidence. They're not gonna just not, and not have no evidence. Of course they have the evidence that, just look how they have evidence that Big U is the leader. Same shit. Like, so I'm saying, like, don't keep it going though, man. And if anything, I'm not even like choosing no side here. I'm just like saying, I'm just saying what I'm saying. Because we need somebody, we need like one of them criminal lawyers to break this down. We need a criminal lawyer or somebody with the knowledge to tell us, like, is this really telling? See, we can't, like, everyone got their opinion, because we all can read. Well, is this telling though? Yes, he's admitting that he's a leader organizer, which they already know that already. Now, if they didn't know that he was an organizer, leader, a manager within those evidence that they found, like in them text messages, then that's different. But did they? Did they not? Like, what are we doing? Like, So I'm saying, like, I think that when they recovered all them evidence, they saw that he was an organizer, like he organizes stuff, like he was supervising certain things. They just want to just pin a supervisor or organizer role on you, if is there no truth to it, because stuff it got to stick at the end of the day, or it get dismissed. Now let me keep it going.
Were you in fact an organizer, leader, manager, or supervisor within the enterprise, Mr. Cox? The defendant. Yes.
Yo.
Can y'all? All right, all y'all surf gobblers. All right, a lot of y'all be gobbling.
We're gonna pause it right there. All right. This is what I want to know, right? Because this is crazy. All right, let's do the example, right? Remember Gunner was like, see what Gunner did? Gunner told, because when they asked Gunner, is Why As Hell a street gang or whatever? He said yes. Why As Hell is actually a music label, but he made it a gang. So really and truly, Gunner told. The Rolling 60's, everyone already know about the Rolling 60's already, so we already know that's a gang. So he couldn't even say, Now him being a leader, organizer, whatever, they probably knew that already, right? Him committing the 2 crimes, they already knew that already. Him saying in the paperwork, they got my 40, they got my 40, whatever. That's some new shit they came across, and they tied him in here with it, within the RICO, the supersede and the indictment. Now the crazy thing is, right? Surf kind of sells Snitch. I've seen like videos and stuff of Surf, wilding out and like doing shit that could have, got him in there. I believe they got those, and all of that, even the messages, all them Instagram lives and all them lives he was doing and stuff, wilding out. There was a live I seen. I ain't gonna say what I saw in the live because I don't know if they have it in there, so I ain't gonna get them like, jammed up over the blog, but I did saw a video, and I thought that would have probably been in there too. It might be, I don't know if it's not in there too, I don't know, but it was circulating, so I ain't see it yet in here, They probably didn't even need it, to be honest. But just keep it going. Hold on.
I was cool with him. I don't know if we cool now. Sir, I went JC, like he got me in there. You know what I mean? VIP treatment, everything. Shout out to Surf. And like, you know what I mean? Like, I understand y'all like that he whole gang in there. You know what I mean? VIP treatment, everything. Shout out to Surf. He told gang.
As far as I seen that he told his what he did. You know, I didn't see that. I didn't see he told to jam with other members. You feel me? Um, I don't see no one else out here saying that Sue Surf told. And I don't see nobody. The only people I see that saying that he told is these battle rap, these battle rap bloggers. I don't see nobody in this world saying Sue Surf told. I don't see nobody in Jersey saying that he told. Nothing. Quiet crickets. Niggas still bumping him all over. Like, come on, bro. If he told, you think Jersey would jack it? You think Jersey would jack it if he told? I doubt it. See, this shit ain't New. This ain't New York, man. This ain't the New York in the 6ix9ine. This ain't that. We not doing that. This ain't out. This ain't Alpo. This ain't New York let Alpo run around the city like he was like Batman. They were scared of him. You think they would be? Do you think Jersey would jack if Sue Surf tells? Is you crazy? I doubt it. And some other things I want to say, but I ain't gonna say on the internet. Because I don't want to. Certain people, you just gotta just be there to see what's going on. Like, I ain't trying to bring too much Jersey things to the internet that people don't know about. Some of that stuff, some stuff you just gotta keep underneath the wraps. It ain't even nothing crazy. It's just like certain details and stuff as far as like the areas and shit, like nigga shit, So, but he's saying that he told, but he ain't saying that he told to get people locked up. He just said he told. He self-snitched. He pleaded out. That's like you getting caught in a crime, and he's like, yeah, that's my gun, bro. So that's telling. If I say that's my gun, that's all my shit. I was a supervisor. Now, we'll keep it going before I say anything else. Run it.
And you know what I mean? Like this is a gangster mafia. It is what it is. And take a plea deal and just be like, yo, I'm guilty. I don't want to further, incriminate myself. But in that deal he took, he's got to admit to doing things so that they can use that against the other people. That's what y'all not understanding with this.
All right, I see what Papa Boy talking about, right? Now that is something, right? Let's say they was using that. All right, so what in this so far that we have went over that he is telling, certain things to get the other gangs tied up because they already got them. To be real, they already got them. They go to trial, they gonna get cooked. Like it is what it is. They go to trial, and they got all these evidence. They're gonna get cooked, man. Come on, and Jersey don't play, man. They're gonna cook them. So it's like they go to trial, the whole gang go to trial, all get 20 years, playing to life. I don't know, but these here Ricos is dangerous, boy. I swear to God, these Ricos is dangerous. So I kept my behind out of them niggas. Nah, I'm Gucci, nigga. We cool, but I'm good. I'm good because I ain't gonna get tired of no Ricos, none of that. Because remember, Rico's been going on for a long time before Surf was even a teenager. Rico's been going on since we were babies. I think Surf is like a couple years older than me or so. In the third, Rico's been going on for a long time. All the mafia dudes, all them, you know what they doing right now? They on Vlad right now, telling their story right now, man. It is what it is. You just the Brico, you just gotta like that's like the like you're done. You are done. Like even not understanding. If you're in Rico, you're not gonna plead. A lot of people saying, "Look, I won't do it. I won't do it today." Bro, you get caught in a Rico, nigga. You're gonna plead out, nigga. You're not gonna fight. You're not gonna take that. You got some dumb people that's gonna sit there and take it all the way and go get cooked for 25 to life. Miss everything, whole life done up. My mom said, man, you can't do the time, don't do the crime. So if you're gonna do something you know you can get 25 and you don't want to do 25, don't do that. Do something where you know you probably can get out in 5 years. You can get out in a couple years. You don't gotta do no 30, 40 years in prison, especially if you get caught doing it. So if you know you can't do that type of time, you don't want to do that type of time, you just want to do some illegal stuff, get some money, do something where you know you're not gonna get 25 years. You feel me? Like some people just love jail, man. Some people gotta prove how tough they are just to go to jail. That is what it is. It's a trick. It's really a trick. It's a scam. Oh, you don't snitch. Oh, you snitch, you ain't tough. People go to jail, do all the years just to solidify themselves as a member to the brotherhood. And it's like them niggas don't care about you, boy. That's why a lot of people snitch, man. They come out, they be in there, your homies don't put no thing on your books. Your homies start to smash your girl or smashing your girl. Niggas forget about you, start getting money, forget about you, leave you in there. It happens, bro. But let's keep it going.
So by him saying all that, this creates a big problem for the people that want to stand tall and fight this out. He was the first to roll, it looks like. One of the first. So we're gonna run this back.
Yes. The court. Were you in fact an organizer, leader, manager, or supervisor within the enterprise, Mr. Cox? The defendant. Yes.
If you're a producer who this is reimagined.
All right, hold on. Let me skip this real quick.
That's just y'all. Oh, what name did he tell? He told on the organization, you dumb mother. Like, what are y'all not understanding? They literally are asking him right now, yo, did you have anything to do with the rolling 60s? He's saying yes. How much, like, what?
Bro, that's not snitching. They already knew he was rolling 60. That part you just said right there, they already knew he was rolling 60, man. Come on. Come on, man. If like this, let me say this too. A lot of us get cooked, when we start tattooing our body, putting the gang on our body and all that stuff. So when they start taking them pictures of your body, they already know what gang you in, man. It is what it is. They already know. That's how they identify you. They identify you by your tattoos and all that stuff. They already know what it is already, man. Mostly every gang member got tattoos, right? Right? Back then they should tat. I don't think they do that no more. Tat tears and all that shit. I don't think they do that no more. When they used to catch their first body, they said what? They put the thing in their eye. They put the teardrop on their eye, right? Or just to like, oh man, bruh, I ain't gonna lie. I don't know, man. Like I really don't know. We had Toph in the building. I'm gonna reach out to some more, people and like like you feel me? See what's going on, like what's really what it is, because I just need somebody else's opinion, because a lot of people have been quiet. I ain't see no Jersey outrage for him, so people just keeping their head down. And I ain't gonna lie, I'm not saying that he's a snitch. I'm listening to it because I want to know what's going on. and why people are saying that he's telling. I don't believe that he told or he's telling. Nothing here tells me that he's actually telling, you know, because out of really and truly, they already got all the evidence. They already got the evidence. He took the damn thing to plead out. I think they got all them evidence, and if he didn't, they would have cooked them. All them niggas would have got 25 to life. That's what I'm saying. Every last one of them. Ain't Big U in there? Ain't Big U the leader? Come on, man. Them dudes about to get cooked, man. They about to get cooked. A couple years ago, right? I forgot how many years, probably like a bunch of years now. There was a big Rico in Newark. I don't know if y'all remember. There was a big Rico in Newark. A lot of them some heavy hitters. If you even go on YouTube, watch the documentary. It's a big Rico went down, and it's not even the first big Rico. It's probably like in the past couple of years, probably like one of those. Yeah, probably the second biggest Rico. I'm number one. That was in Rico. They was taking up all the leaders, picking up all the leaders. Them dudes getting 10 years, 15 years in prison. Let's keep it going though.
He got to put it
On your free time, y'all go look up another Rico that happened in North New Jersey. It's a big Rico.
in subtitles or something. That's what he's saying. Yeah.
He said, "You gotta put it in subtitles." It's funny as hell. I'm not gonna lie. He said, "You gotta put it in subtitles or something." Hey yo, listen, man. No, I'm gonna keep it going.
Yes. Did you have anything to do with it? Yes. You know what I mean? What are you not understanding here? He's telling.
And did you, in fact, commit certain overt acts in furtherance of the conspiracy? The defendant, yes. The court, for example, on or about March 18th, 2017, did you shoot at a member and associate of a rival gang? The defendant, yes, ma'am. The court,
What?
for that offense, on or about January 29th, 2018.
No, bro. Come on. Come on, Surf.
All right, didn't you in fact commit certain cover acts and furthermore the conspiracy? Yes. Further into the conspiracy, yes. For example, on March 18th, 2017, did you shoot at a member and associate of a rival gang? Damn, 2017. When that was little March 2017. I think I was recording an album at that time. I don't even think Surf was doing music back then like that, like he doing now. 2017. Yeah, I was making an album when them back in them times right there. 2015. All this time, like, you know what? I ain't gonna say nothing. I'm gonna be quiet. I'm gonna be quiet. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it going. I'm gonna be quiet.
The enterprise, Mr. Cox? The defendant, yes. The court. And did you, in fact, commit certain overt acts in furtherance of the conspiracy? The defendant, yes. The court.
When he is admitting this, that puts the whole gang at risk. Did you commit certain overt acts in furtherance of the conspiracy? The defendant, yes. What are y'all dumb or something? What do you not get?
Yeah, I see right there. I get that part right there. I get it. That part when it was like were you in fact let me see. He went back. Hold on.
In furtherance of
Right there. When it was like you in fact commit certain cover acts in the furtherance of the gang, he said yes. Well, see the thing is this is the I'm just playing devil's advocate, right? They already know that. But you gotta remember, this is a RICO. This ain't like just charging you or whatever. This is a RICO, bro. They got all the evidence, man. Unless they find a loophole how to like just get this, like they got everything. They cooked. They really cooked, man. They was cooked when they caught the dude on the corner with the gun and the girl with the money and the fentanyl. From right there, they was cooked because when they grabbed the dude's phone, they got all the Instagram. They got everything. So that's what they're using You know, that's how they made it. You feel me? So they use that little thing right there to make the indictment. Once they caught that dude's phone, and they got all them dudes in there, like they got all them dudes in there, like you call it, texting each other on Instagram, you know, doing this, doing that. He talking about guns and stuff on the Instagram page. He got, you know, as a felon and, you know, all that stuff, and, you know, orchestrating stuff. They already put it all together already. That's like me and you texting, right? And I'm the leader of a gang, right? And I'm in the text message and you calling me your big homie. Like, they be like, oh, no, shit, he's over him. He might be the big homie. Like, words can get you messed up. That's why you gotta be careful what you say in these messages. Because you could be in a text message texting somebody, you calling him big homie, and then when you get racked up, they gonna really think you're the top dog. And then they're gonna go back and they're gonna see, like, okay, he runs and stuff, he's texting him, he's telling him what to do, he's telling this guy what to do, he's telling him to go do this, go sell this. They got to check in with me, you know, all type of shit. All that shit is in there, like, it's in there.
Of the conspiracy, the defense.
Oh, let's keep it going.
They're going after everybody.
Yes.
It's just a RICO double and admit they're like, so I don't.
All right, hold on. All right, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think so far, man, because like I'm just reviewing the content, you know. Like I don't really got no input, to be honest. Like,
did you in fact commit certain overt acts in furtherance of the conspiracy?
all right, let's keep
Example, on or about March 8th, 2017, did you shoot at a member and associate of a rival gang? The defendant, yes, ma'am. The court, for that offense, on
You part. They going after the gang.
of NJSA statute, were you convicted of aggravated assault in violation of NJSA statute annotated 2C12 1B2 and sentenced to 3 years probation with credit for 317 days in custody? The defendant, yes, ma'am.
God.
Oh my gosh. All right, since 3 years probation with credit bearing. Okay, for that offense, you were convicted of aggravated assault in violation of New Jersey statute and sentenced to 3 years probation with credit of 317 days in custody. So he said yes. And did you know that aggravated assault is in fact a felony? Which it is. I have a cousin that got a bunch of them. Shit. Yeah, a bunch of them shits. Let's see something. Let's keep it going.
The defendant, yes, ma'am.
God. No.
Of the conspiracy, the defendant enterprise, Mr. Cox. The defendant, yes. The court, and did you in fact commit certain overt acts in furtherance of the conspiracy? The defendant, yes. The court, for example, on or about March 18th, 2017, did you shoot at a member and associate of a rival gang? The defendant, yes, ma'am. The court, for that offense, on or about January 29th, 2018, were you convicted?
Why do y'all think he's getting out so soon? He gets out next February. Allegedly. He gets out next February is when he's supposed. This is what Cortez said. Bro, he's shooting at a rival gang. They caught him with 2 guns, and he's getting out this quick. Like, are y'all not picking it up? Like, had to send marshals at him. Like, he didn't turn himself in to get any good behavior. They sent marshals. He was hidden in a apartment. They had to go in and
That is fact because I saw in the paper where he came out and they said that he had went back in. He was trying to like flee or something. Um, but yeah, man, it's crazy, yo. I'm not gonna hold you. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy, yo. Not gonna lie. So, um, let's keep it going though, man, because I want to see what else is
get him. When you do stuff like that, it adds to the, like how notorious you are. They're letting him out sooner rather than later. Why do you think that's happening? This has something to do with it.
Aggravated assault in violation of NJSA statute annotated 2C12-1B2 and sentenced to 3 years probation with credit for 317 days in custody. The defendant, yes, ma'am. The court. And did you know that aggravated assault was in fact a felony?
Look at it. Look at it. I'm gonna point out some of these gobblers. You got a couple gobblers in here. Let me see. I'm gonna.
All right, well, let's keep it going. All right, let's back to right here. All right.
Know that you were a felon and thus prohibited from possessing firearms and ammunition. The defendant, yes. The court. Additionally, during the previously mentioned time period, did you knowingly and intentionally conspire with other members and associates of the enterprise to distribute and possess with intent to distribute at least 40 but less than 60 kilograms of marijuana across state lines? The defendant, yes, ma'am.
What? And they got surf on a lot of stuff, bro. Like this.
Facts. Yo, that was crazy. Hold on. That was crazy. It's crazy. Like, hold on. It said hold on. It said, let's go back. Let's go back again in case y'all step.
60 kilograms of marijuana with intent to distribute members and associates of the. Did you knowingly and intentionally conspire with other members and associates of the enterprise to distribute and possess with intent to distribute at least 40 but less than 60 kilograms?
Was likely conspired with other members and associates of the enterprise to distribute, possess with intent to distribute at least 40 but less than 60 kilograms of marijuana. Damn.
Of marijuana across state lines? The defendant, yes, ma'am.
What? And they got surf on a lot of stuff, bro. Like this was serious.
During the conspire with other members to distribute.
Okay, so what are y'all talking about? Because I'm talking about the gobbler that was in here that I addressed earlier, not all y'all, but the gobbler. He ain't telling nobody else. He's clearly saying with members and associates. They're asking him, did you
But see, PB, right? PB. If they ask him if he's conspiring with the gang, right? This is my whole argument, and like I want somebody to tell me if I'm wrong. Don't they already know all this already before they pick them up? They gather all the evidence for the indictment so they can cook them. Don't they have all of these evidence already of what he was doing, what the other members was doing, what everybody was doing? They already have all of this. Am I right or wrong? That's the only thing I'm saying. Am I right or wrong that they had all the evidence of what everybody was doing and the messages and the social media posts and everything that they took from them and they found or whatever, right? You don't think they had all the evidence already of what they was doing? Why they asking these questions they didn't already know? Have the proof. So that's what I'm saying.
conspire with members and associates?
Period. Did you knowingly and intentionally conspire with other members and associates of the enterprise to distribute and possess with intent to distribute at least 40 but less than 60 kilograms of marijuana across state lines? The defendant, yes, ma'am. The court, on or about July 24th, 2019, in Essex County, New Jersey, did law enforcement recover a Beretta PX Force?
I wonder what he was facing, like what time he was facing to be in this situation. This is crazy, gang.
State lines? The defendant, yes, ma'am.
I'm not moving the goalposts for nobody. If I feel like he is telling, I'm gonna say he's telling. You know what I'm saying? This is
That Beretta and that 40 caliber, with the serial number, whatever, boom, boom, boom. This is what I'm saying, right? The Beretta and the 40 cal. Remember in the thing he said they got my 40. So he had to say, yeah, right there. I remember that part about that right there. He did say in the text message that they got my 40. So they already knew that he confirmed that that's really his, All right, but
my channel. But right now, I would say this. The only way that you can really defend Surf on this is you can say he did not say names, right? But the problem when you say that he didn't say names is he's telling on the Rolling 60s is what he's doing. You know what I mean? Like, do are you conspiring with other members, to distribute at least 40?
But see, that's what being in the gang, of course you don't conspire with your members and you can do crimes together. Just like your crew. If your crew go outside and y'all go outside and y'all end up in a big brawl, y'all basically doing crime. Y'all basically out there fighting, assaulting people, But because it's a gang, it's a real established gang, the Rolling 60s. And he's in there, he throwing it up, he rep it, and then people rep it, and they doing crimes together. That's what make it a RICO. Same thing, YSL. YSL, we knowing that's a label. Once you start doing illegal activities within the organization, no matter what it is, it's automatically a RICO. They can RICO you. You could be in a business sense, and you have a whole team of like lawyers, and once y'all start doing fraud and all that stuff, they can RICO y'all. Same thing.
But less than
So of course he had to conspire, with other people.
to finish. You know what I'm saying? Because he kind of telling on the gang, bro. So it's just it would be one thing if they question and Surf.
All right, man. Road to more meeting, man. Let me know what y'all think about this. We're gonna double back again. We're gonna do a part 2, Stretch the work. Part 2 coming soon, man. Let me know what y'all think. Share this video out. We had Toph in the building. Rolled out.